Hello, this is Monique McDonald. And if you're looking for more one-on-one help with your voice and how to make it magnetic, I want to invite you to check out my coaching packages at themagneticvoice.com. Then click Transform with Monique and book a complimentary connection call. Let's see if we can find a package for you that will fit all of your needs. I'm so grateful for your listening to the Magnetic Voice podcast, and I can't wait to meet you and continue the conversation. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to the Magnetic Voice, here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, a show where speakers and singers learn how to be more magnetic and align their voices to the divine within. Today, episode 44, Summer Breeze. And now your host, Monique McDonald.
Hello and welcome to the Magnetic Voice podcast. My name is Monique McDonald and I am here with Shannon Kropf. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Monique. How are you this beautiful summer day?
I am terrific.
Awesome.
Summer is here.
It is. And faster than we thought, as we talked about in the last episode.
That's right. Way faster than we thought. And I just want to wish a belated Father's Day to all of the fathers out there listening. Our fathers are honored and celebrated.
Yes.
It was last weekend, but
that's okay.
I just wanted to send a shout out.
Love is love wherever it is and whenever it is.
That's right. Love is love wherever it is. And we also celebrated this last week the first day of summer solstice.
Wow, yeah, that's right.
So it's been an eventful week.
It has, absolutely. You know, down here in Orlando, I didn't even realize it was solstice because, like, our summer starts in February. So I'm like, welcome, y'all. Come on into our experience.
That we've been having for
the last 4 months
or 5 months. Yeah, it hasn't gotten super hot. We had a few really hot days that got up to the 90s earlier in June, but it's really been lovely here in New York. And I went for my walk this morning and I walked down by the river and the sky was clear and blue and there was this breeze that came off the river. And Shannon, I was meditating and it felt like the breeze was caressing my face with love.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those welcome breezes, right? Not one of those humid hot breezes that y'all get down in Florida.
Hell is breathing on me right now. Stop it.
But it was this luscious, delicious breeze coming off of the river. And I just, it made me think of all of the loved ones that are still here with us.
Yeah.
And of course, in my imagination, that was them just saying, hey, we love you. We're still here. And then something really interesting happened because normally when I go there, as we have in other podcasts, I go to the dark side. But this time I started to giggle and laugh like somebody was tickling me.
Oh, how
it
funny.
was so wild.
Oh my gosh.
And I just started laughing and it became this belly laugh. And I was so grateful there was no one around because they would have thought, oh, actually, we're in New York. They would have said, oh, there's another crazy lady in New York City. But it was this moment of pure joy.
Yeah.
And, just feeling the joy rather than the loss
right.
of those darlings that appear to not be here anymore.
Right.
And I was so grateful that, first of all, you know me, and it's one of my things. I love to laugh, and you and I laugh
yes.
so much together, and so our work becomes just fun.
It is. It's like playtime.
It is. It's like playtime. And I was visiting the children of my very dear friends that I for me, it's like vacation because I get to go, north of the city and they live in a beautiful wooded area, and they're so grateful when Auntie Monique comes because mommy and daddy get to go off and actually, have a moment to themselves.
Exactly.
And I'm with the kids, and they're 10. The girl is 10. Her name is Freya, and the boy is 8, and his name is Tristan. And these children are my joy. They are my joy. I feel like it is such a privilege, and I get to hang out with these kids. I learn from them. I learn so much from them, and so I realized that most days I wake up, I do my toilet. If I'm lucky, I get to go for a walk, but most times I wake up and work.
Yep. I feel you so hard on that.
Like, I wake up and work.
Yep.
I'm getting better about spending at least a few moments in gratitude before my feet hit the ground that I woke up.
Right.
But the habit has become wake up and work.
And I'm sure it has for a lot of people. I know it has for me because we're all working out of our living rooms and closets and whatever. So the commute's
we
really
don't
short.
even have that. That's right. We don't even have that buffer of travel time.
That's right.
It's wake up and work. Yep. Wake up and work.
Absolutely.
And when I was with these little darlings, all of a sudden it was wake up and play.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Wake up and play.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what if I really started to do this in my life?
That would be amazing.
What would my life be like? And just laughing at nothing. Everything is funny. Those deep belly laughs for no reason, and just being silly and telling each other stories and really just playing. So I felt like I got this double whammy of joy. I got this, summer breeze that was full of caress. Yes, do the song.
Running through the jasmine in my mind.
Very good, very good. And apparently we can only do that for 30 seconds.
Yes. And we must comment on it. That's a good song.
That's a really good song.
Yeah, it is.
And it always makes me think of summer.
Huh. Interesting.
So I got to have this summer breeze that felt like someone was tickling me and got me laughing, those deep belly laughs. And then I got to wake up and play, just wake up and play. And I just was thinking about laughter and how one of the ways I really feel the universe express its sense of humor is when we make plans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we make these elaborate plans. And you and I, we had a whole plan for the year, right?
We
sat down and planned out the whole year.
Week 1, week 2, week 3. Yeah, totally.
Yes. And I was so proud of us because we'd never done that before,
cool.
really. And we had fun doing it.
Of course.
But it was like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this, and wow, I'm doing that. And this ability to adjust and realize, we make plans and God laughs. I don't know who said that, but it is true. And that there is this sense of humor and how important it is to remember that laughter is spiritual.
Right. Yeah.
Anne Lamott says, laughter is carbonated holiness. Isn't that hilarious?
Is awesome. Oh my gosh. I love it.
I love it too. And then you think, wow, can laughter be holy?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's so pure. How could it not be holy?
And doesn't it feel like carbonated something?
It does. It truly does.
It reminds me of when my mother lived down in Florida and we'd go, she loved to swim in her swimming pool. And, it would start to rain and anybody who was around was like, it's raining. And they jump up and run inside. And it was always me and my mom looking at each other like, do they know that they're already wet?
Already wet. What's the,
And then we would just laugh. But then it was like the raindrops on the pool was like champagne.
Yes.
And it was like bubbles and carbonated laughter. And it was just these beautiful moments. And we would just giggle about, the people running out of the pool because, it's raining. And, thinking of laughter that way and how important it is to laugh and to really think of laughter as holy. There's something called laughing yoga. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of this. I have not ever participated or seen it done, but I have heard of it. Yeah.
Well, one of my clients has become certified in laughing yoga. And I cannot tell a lie. It freaks me out a little bit.
Because people, what do you do? Just start laughing?
The concept, but yes. And I think this is what freaks me out a little bit about it because because the principle is just to laugh, whether you feel like laughing or not. Right? Because the idea is
primes
once you start
the pump
laughing,
and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. And all of the benefits to the body that laughter has and that it's, a form of yoga of, worshiping the body and realizing that it's sacred and through laughter, just what we're talking about, which is great. But here's the thing. When you look at it on YouTube, what freaks me out is that very often the eyes are not laughing.
Ooh. Oh my God.
And the whole face and everything else is laughing. So then I was like,
that's weird zombie
and of course,
stuff.
the actress in me was like, this is not congruent.
I'm not emoting properly.
And then, of course, I have to laugh at myself and my little weirdness around this because I do think it's a very good idea
of course.
And a great practice. And I highly encourage people to do it. But I couldn't help it. I was laughing at myself. What are you doing, Monique? You're sitting there actually saying, it's not congruent. It's just...
Oh my God. While everybody's laughing. Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds, I think that spirituality can become so serious and so, our voice changes when we talk about spiritual things.
Oh, and even the classic, like, Southern Baptist preacher, we're hanging out and then suddenly, Father God.
Yes.
Please lower yourself to our worminess so that thy might do thy blessing upon this me. Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
It is. And laughter is chased out of church.
Absolutely.
Laughter is chased out of church as sacrilegious.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
I find it almost as weird as laughing without laughing in your eyes. No, it is that kind of incongruence.
Yeah.
And I always wondered about even ever since I was a little girl, because I would be laughing because Monique loves to laugh and she has since she was a little girl. And when we were at church, it was like, shh,
stop,
Monique,
stop. Stop being who you are.
No laughing.
Yeah. Well, who wants to go there?
I mean, so can laughter be holy?
It has to be.
It has to be. My new mantra is fun and focus.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
That's what I want life to be.
Yep.
Fun and focused.
Yep.
Not serious, but focused.
Yes.
Fun and focus.
Yep.
And as we are talking about this, dear Shannon, I just have to ask the question, what if our spiritual mission in life is to choose joy no matter what?
Yeah.
What if laughter really is holy and that we must practice it? Now, we have to honor all the other emotions as well, of course.
If we don't, we're laughing with dead eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think, I'm just talking off the top of my head here, but upon feeling this out, it feels like laughter is the first thing to go. It's like, it's not important enough to play. It's not important enough to laugh together with other people because everything is so serious. And I had a member of our community ask me recently, how can you, stay in the flow state with all this craziness going on in the world? And, my gut is, well, you got to just kind of ignore the stuff in the world. And that doesn't mean that you don't know it's happening or you're blind to it or anything, but you have zero influence outside of your own sphere of, so make your sphere joyful, make your sphere unafraid. Fear is the great killer of creativity. So
absolutely.
Can you be joyful and can you lift the people around you? That was my gut feeling anyway.
I love your gut.
Why, thank you. I've had it all my life.
No, I love this gut feeling because I happen to believe that handling your own sphere is the only way to really have influence over the 100%. In the world.
Yeah.
That when we are sending out those ripples of laughter, of joy, of life, that is felt in the world.
Yes.
When we're sending, and I had one of my spiritual teachers, I can't watch the news. I don't.
Oh, I don't either.
It's something that I've made a choice not to
Me
do
too.
because for this very reason, because I don't have I'm so open.
Yep.
And very much an empath.
Yes.
And so I can't watch those images over and over without being fully affected by
Absolutely.
them. And I think that most of the world has built up a tolerance to that so that there's no, because how can they not if they're watching it as much as most people do? Right. And what I find interesting about that choice, although I've been very criticized for it, I always find out what's going on. Right. Like I always know what's happening.
You're not like literally covering your eyes and your ears. I mean,
right.
I have Apple News on my iPad. So when I pop it open, I see like 4 headlines. I'm like, okay, now I know what's up. And then I move on. I have to.
That's it. That's right. And I had one of my spiritual mentors would say that whenever he watched the news, he would drop into prayer and see whatever was being shown as he wanted it to be.
That's a neat trick.
Isn't that a neat trick? And that would be his prayer, that it would be a prayer to see love where there was suffering, to see wholeness and health where there was hunger.
Right.
He would just and he felt that was his job.
Yeah.
That was his way of influencing what was happening. Right. And most of us are doing the opposite of that and banging the drum of how awful everything is.
Yep. You know, there's a reason what they call it when you sit on social media and scroll and get depressed and scroll, doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. I've never heard that.
Yes. It's when you're on the news or Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're on. And it's just like the farther you scroll, the worse things get, and it's like it just keeps coming. Well, stop doom scrolling. Go joy scrolling instead.
Oh, now there's an idea. Well, my dear Shannon, I think that we should just decide that we are going to laugh and fill ourselves with carbonated holiness.
That was supposed to be carbonation. I don't know why.
Was that carbonation?
Dave, edit that out, please.
We are going to send ripples of joy and laughter out into the world today.
Yes.
I hope whoever is within the sound of my voice, all of you dear listeners, got a few belly laughs with Shannon and I today. We are surrounding you with love and joy. Thanks for listening. And so, as we joyfully take in laughter and light through our inhale and release joy out into the world, we make a decision right here, right now, to be joy, to breathe joy, to move into the part of our body and mind where joy lives, filling ourselves with gratitude that there is a place where joy lives within each and every one of us, and we do have the power to make a decision to go there, to breathe there, to allow laughter to allow joy, to allow the vision of ourselves, living a life of joy. As we walk our walk and walk our talk, moving through life day to day, giving ourselves these moments, the moment of a summer breeze, so simple, so unexpected. We feel it caress us. We feel a little tickle from the universe saying, I'm here, I'm here. We feel those loved ones that may not appear to be here in their bodies, but are with us constantly, egging us on, rooting for us, maybe even tickling us, reminding us that life can be joyful. That yes, each of us need to work. But what if we woke up and played? What if we decided before we went to work, or even better, to reframe our work into play? What if our work was play? What if our work was filled with joy? Who would we become? As we breathe and know today, together, that joy is never more than a breath away. That as we join each other heart to heart in this now moment, we claim laughter as holy. We dedicate our lives to joy. And we remember who we are, who we truly are, and whose we are. And for the knowledge and understanding of a joyful spiritual practice, we are truly grateful. And as we take another deep breath of joy and exhale joy into the world, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Magnetic Voice here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. This channel is made possible because of listeners just like you. If you would like to support the channel with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head over to experienceofthesoul.com/support. The Magnetic Voice is copyright 2022 Monique McDonald, all rights reserved. Our theme music is composed by Dave Kropf and used with permission. The Experience of the Soul podcast channel is a production of 818 Studios.
Hey friends, Sean here, your Experience of the Soul producer. I want to take a moment to tell you about something truly exciting. The SoulWorks online community, created by your host, Cynthia Alice Anderson, and available on the Mighty Networks app. If you're looking for a place where you can explore your spiritual path, connect with others, and grow in a meaningful way, then this is for you. SoulWorks is so much more than an online community. It's a safe, inclusive space for spiritual exploration, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Inside the community, you'll find everything from uplifting spiritual studies to soul-centered growth practices, meditations, affirmations, and so much more. It's a space where you'll always be supported and never judged. The best part, membership is free. You'll have access to powerful resources, inspiring content, and a supportive group of like-minded people who are all on their own unique spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there are premium options available to enhance your experience with a live Monday night talk series and extended, deeper meditations. If you're seeking a place to connect, grow, and nurture your soul, we would love to have you join us in the SoulWorks community and see where this journey can take you. Visit my.soulworkscommunity.com today.